The end of today's gospel is pretty awesome. I think it's a knockout punch. So Jesus essentially says, don't worry about tomorrow. Each day has enough stress, enough anxiety. And I think in today's world, that is so needed. You know, and anxiety and stress aside, I think it's a real great call to be present today. You know, we juggle all the things: work, chores, kids, schedules, our health. And then we add tomorrow's fears, the future fears on top of that. Does that sound familiar? But today's gospel, God is calling us back to today, to now. And when your mind races ahead, you know, here's a quick little trick. You pause, you take a deep breath. There's a lot of really cool breathing techniques, but just even take a deep breath and just pray this one line: Lord, give me today, so that you can show up. And we don't even know if we're going to be here tomorrow, right? So it's important that we serve today in a full way. And in the gospel, Jesus talks about the flowers and the birds, which ostensibly are less important than us. And he even cares for those. So think about how he'll care for you, your family too. And when you think about it, worry often just adds zero value and drains you of energy. And there's even been many times in my life when the future was unknown, right? So whether work or kids, school, or even, you know, just frustration or difficulty in marriage or relationships. And each time, you know, in these situations in our lives, when we've brought it back to God, when we've kind of come out of ourselves, come out of this anxiety and given him control of today, he always takes care of it. And maybe not in the way that we want, but I think that's the point. That there's something greater than us that has our back and wants good for us. And so we can trust in that. We can rely on that. And we certainly should look ahead and have goals. I'm all about that. But not at the expense of living today for God, for our vocation, and for our families. So we don't want to let tomorrow's what ifs rob you of today's blessings. All right, so let's live today and trust the Lord for tomorrow. DM Mission or hit the link in the bio to join our July Bootcamp for Catholic dads. That's starting soon. We're going to be working through all sorts of things like this: faith, family, and fitness and health. We teach habits and have a community that help you to crush all of these areas and to grow and to be more present today. All right, let's get after it.